I'm Josh DeVries, and I'm going to take you through the INF 1030 Word 1 virtual walkthrough of the first project in the course called Project Flyer with a Picture. I'll be going through the textbook starting in page WD3 all the way to the end of the first chapter, which finishes on WD 54. So to start this project, you need to first open Microsoft Word. So we would click Start, All Programs, unless it's on the drop-down menu there, and then you have to find Microsoft Office, and then Microsoft Word. Then you'll see a screen like this pop up. Double-click Blank Document, and you'll have a blank screen. On page WD3 of the textbook, you'll notice an example of what we'll be creating. Up to that point, we just flip the page, and the first thing the textbook's asking us to do is type adventure. And I mean, it's showing you a whole bunch of options in the textbook and where buttons are and what they do. For the purpose of this lesson, I'm just going to follow the book and do the absolute necessary steps. On page WD6, it's asking you to click this button, and it's giving you the paragraph marks and symbols. So you can kind of see where you've hit enter and where you haven't. And it wants us to add 2 lines, which is what this symbol represents, so that we have a line added to the document. So we're coming up on page WD9, and in between the 2 spaces, so we're going to add a space here, and we're going to type in explore scenic trails with breathtaking as you travel through meadows, forests, streams, and mountains in an off-road vehicle. Notice that my screen now looks exactly the same as page WD9 in the textbook. Once we're done typing up that on the screen, we're going to go to the next slide, and we're going to type in enter, and we're going to type in that next line, and it says self-guided tours, but the textbook spells it wrong, so automatically you see that red line come up. If you see that, you right-click your mouse, and this will give you readily options. I've spelled the word so wrong that it doesn't actually come up on the screen, so we are just going to correct it ourselves and leave it like that. So we have self-guided tours, let's add available, and then enter, and we have open March, capital M on March, through October, all vehicles and gear provided. To book your adventure, call 555-828928 exclamation mark. So we've typed in all the information here that the textbook's asking us to do, and this is right up to the end of page WD11. Once we finish that part, there's a section here in the book that tells you how to navigate. So for example, you can, using the icon down below here, you can kind of zoom in or zoom out, or you can hold the control button and then zoom in or out with the wheel button. That's what the textbook's showing you how to do. So you can find a comfortable view that you like to work in. Personally, I prefer to see most of my page at the same time. Everyone's different. You won't lose marks for how you like to look at the document. However you're comfortable, feel free to do that. Now, we're going to do some word art. So the first thing we're going to do is we need to align the adventure title. So you're going to click anywhere in the title, and then click the icon here that says center of the page. It's going to move the word automatically to the center, and that's on WD15. We are then going to highlight the word adventure. We're we're going to make the drop down menu here, and we're going to all the way to 72, so it gets nice and big. And then we're going to keep it highlighted, and we're going to change the font, and we're going to bring it all the way down to Berlin Sans, so FB, and the Demi version. So there we go. We're going to select that, and then the AA button right here, we're going to make sure we say all uppercase. That way you don't have to type it yourself. The program will do it for you. Once we are doing that, we're now done page WD19. And then we're going to select the Word Art tab. And we're going to this button here. We're going to drop it down, and then we're going to collect this A, filled with white, and we're going to click on that one, and then we're going to deselect the word, and we're going to move over to this bucket fill, and we're going to select green accent 6, which I believe is this one, darker 25%, perfect, and we're going to click on that. We're going to flip the page again, and we're going to leave adventure like that. It looks like for the time being. So we are now going to click and drag. So left click, drag it, highlight the whole thing, and then let go. And we want to change the font size to 24. It says in the text. So then we just do it that way. Drop down 24. You'll notice I did it a different way this time. You could go up here to the toolbar, but it also appears, if you right click where you've highlighted, you can change it that way as well. So now we're just going to highlight the 3 bullets. We're going to click the bullet icon, which is right here. Click that, and you'll notice that it automatically gave us the bullets, and that's exactly what we want it to look like at this point on page WD25. As we flip the page, we want to change the word breathtaking to a different color. We want to change the color to orange, accent 2, darker 25%. And we also want to change the word breathtaking to italicized. So we want to slant it. Perfect. So now we've changed the color of just this word. And then we want to select this bottom line here again. We want to make it size 28, a little bit bigger, which is fine. And then that takes us to the end of page WD27. And we are then going to change the word here to the same color we did breathtaking. And then we're going to deselect, so click anywhere on the page, highlight just the phone number without the exclamation mark, and then click the underline. So the U with an underline, or you can click the U up here to underline the document. So at this point right now, we are at the bottom of WD29 and how we are creating this assignment. On page WD30, the textbook is asking us to change the off-road in the middle of the word, just the word off-road. We're asking you to bold it. So you'll see you can bold it this way, the quick select menu, or you can use the main ribbon that's always there. So I'm going to click that one up there, make it off-roading on that time. And then the book, figure 1-44 on page WD30 is showing you essentially what you see on the screen. I'll zoom out a bit so it kind of looks the same. You're going to notice that the icons are pretty much the same. And if I click the view page, I'll even make it look exactly the same as it does in the book, just by clicking the view button. So we'll click back to home. We can go back to see what it is that we're working on. Now, on page WD31, we need to click the Design tab, and then we're going to click Color Theme. And what color themes are going to do is it's going to change a whole bunch of our stuff for us. So we're going to do a theme, and we're going to select the green option. So we're going to go right there. And notice it changed all the colors accordingly in the document so that it matches exactly what's in the textbook. So the purpose of this first activity, whatever scheme you want to pick is fine, as long as there is clear evidence of using the manipulation tool in the word adventure. The word breathtaking is italicized and in a different color. The bottom text to book your adventure is in a different color. This part is underlined, etc. So the color scheme itself doesn't really matter. It's all going to look good, but you have to apply one. So that gives us to the end of WD 33. At the top of page WD 34, making sure we have a line enter in between this. The textbook's asking us to get a picture from a Chapter 1 file section. What you're going to do instead is it is available in Moodle. And I already have Moodle open. I'm hoping you all know how to get to the Moodle shell. I mean, there's a picture of me. When you scroll down, you're going to see learning materials in the first section of this course's Moodle site. This is Chapter 1 Word files. And another screen is going to pop up here. And you're going to pick Mountain Trail for this project. And for the lab, which is the next activity, there's the puppy picture in the same spot. So you click Mountain Trail, and it automatically downloads. You click and hold. Don't let go. You see this icon? It's dragging around. You kind of see I have it. Highlight without letting go. Highlight the document you want. I still haven't let go of the left button. I'm putting it where I want it, and I'm letting go. And the picture will pop into the screen right there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to do type wrap so that, sorry, this one, that I can move it around right into the middle roughly. Looks better that way. And we can make the picture bigger, make the picture smaller, flip it around by using the pointer edge of the picture. And that takes us to the end of WD 37. Textbook showing you view, and then 100%. It zooms in a little bit better so you can kind of see what you're actually working on. It's then telling you this rotate handle is literally like you can rotate the picture all the way around if you want. And that's how you do. You just left click and rotate if you want. In this particular case, the book doesn't want us to do that. So when we click the picture, when I click Format, and then we have to click one of the options that says Drop Shadow Rectangle. So we have to find the one that says Drop Shadow Rectangle. And that's not the one. We need the shadow one. Drop. There it is. I think that's the one. If you click it, you'll notice that the shadows appeared around the picture. Then we're going to click Picture Effects here. And we're going to click Glow. And then we're going to click the variant that says Turquoise 5-point glow. So it's the top one. Turquoise 5-point glow, color 6. Click that. Notice how it gave us a nice little border around the picture. We changed the way the picture looks a little bit. And these are mandatory for the picture. The color can change, but you have to add the glow. Then we're going to do Picture Effects, Bevel, and we're picking the second one here, which is the kind of the 3D option, if you will. And you'll notice it makes the picture look as though it's kind of standing out of the page a little bit. So we manipulated the picture quite nicely there. Coming up to page WD 41, and in this section, what we're adding is the border. So we have to start by clicking the Design section, and then we have to pick Page Borders, which is all the way out here on the right. So you click Page Border, and we need to pick the option that we want. So we want the second option from the top, the dotted line. They want us to do the green, and it gives us a preview of what we're going to have. But we need to make sure that it's working on all sides. Apply to the whole document. Right there. we should see our border. It is there. It's very, very faint. I'm going to zoom right in so you can see it. It's just a very subtle border. You see it? It is there. There is a border around it, our document, and that is essentially what we are looking for. And then we need to go back to the page border, and they want us to increase the width. And the width should turn to 4.5 points. So we should be able to see it a little bit better. There we go, perfect. Now you can see it much better. We're then being asked to add an insertion point at adventure, and so if you scroll down to adventure, we want to go back here. We want to center that so that it's all in the middle. And that is what we need to do. And when you're done this, you're going to file, you're going to save as, you're going to save it in the section. This looks different because this is what I use. I'm just going to do it right in here, 1030 Word 1, PowerPoint lesson. I'm going to put a new file here, and then demonstration products. You should probably call it Project 1 Adventure by, and then your name. You want to save it as a Word document, and when you submit it to me in Moodle assignment, you also want to submit that Word document as well. So once you save it, it is saved. You see the name change at the top, and that is the demonstration on how to finish Project 1 for INF 1030 Word 1 in the Info Pro 10 strand. And just a reminder, you need to call me from any campus phone for additional help. That's my extension, and that is my email address up on the screen. And I will see you next time for Project 2 run through in the INF 1030 Word 1 class. Thanks.